Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Today I wanted to talk about some more Last of Us stuff, an article in particular that I came across from Screen Rant. And you guys, if you follow my channel, you know that I go to Screen Rant for a lot because they have a lot of interesting theory articles and news and just all kinds of different stuff. So I do recommend to go to their site, and I believe they also do have a YouTube, but just it's a very interesting theory, and it kind of adds on to what we could possibly know about what happened between Eugene and Joel. And if you're unfamiliar, Eugene is the husband of Gail, the psychiatrist or therapist or what have you that Joel has that session with in the first episode. So I'm wondering, what really happened between them, because Gail mentions how that Joel had to put him down. She understands that it had to happen. She just didn't care for the way that he did it. And we all assume that maybe Eugene got infected, and that was, the most logical reason why Joel had to put him down. But this article kind of brings something interesting to the table and makes me think that, with the reveal in this last episode, and it was also part of the game, that Eugene was a Firefly, and he had since left the Fireflies and everything. The timing is kind of confusing considering the time differences between the game and the show. The show, of course, takes place in 2003 when the outbreak happens, and then it fast forwards to present day, or more so 2023. And in the game, it came out in 2013, and we get that 20-year time jump. So we're not 100% sure or 100% clear as far as the timeline of where that falls, as far as when Eugene was still a part of the Fireflies. Was he there for the massacre, or was he a part of another group of Fireflies that could have heard about the massacre? So that leads us to believe with this article, and I will kind of go into one of the quotes from the article. It says, "I don't think Joel killed Eugene because he got infected. I think he killed him because he found out his secret. Eugene is an ex-Firefly, so I'm thinking at some point in the TV show's 5-year time jump, he found out what Joel did to the Fireflies. In the game, when Ellie finds out about Eugene being a Firefly, she wonders if he knew about the massacre. In the TV show, I bet Eugene found out, confronted Joel about it. Joel killed him to keep his secret, and then told everyone Eugene got infected to cover up the murder," which does make a lot of sense, honestly. I could see that, and being who Joel is, that we know it. He will do anything to keep Ellie safe at any cost. It doesn't matter who he's got to kill. He proved that when he put down that doctor without a second thought, and then all the Fireflies that were before that. So we know that Joel definitely has it in him to do what needs to be done, to do what is necessary to keep his secret, to keep Ellie safe. And we know at some point that the secret does get out, considering that Ellie has this just grudge against him for, I'm not sure the amount of time, but we know that it does come out. And Joel probably felt very threatened that Eugene figured it out. And maybe how he figured it out, we don't know. But I'm thinking that he was either still in the Fireflies when it happened, or they've come across other Fireflies out in the wild, or they've become a part of the Jackson settlements. And they, of course, reminisced about past days and everything, or just talking about what they've heard, what became of the Fireflies since Eugene left. So there's definitely that possibility that somewhere along the way, Eugene ran into another Firefly, or was still, privy to certain information that was in the Fireflies, that he found this out, confronted Joel about it, and it just went south, because Joel was not going to take any chances. He was not going to leave anything to chance by any means. So that would definitely make a lot of sense, and it almost seems very Joel-like, that he would not necessarily, want to hide or try to conceal the fact that Eugene got infected, or just how he got infected. That we don't know yet, if that is in fact what actually happened. But this, to me, makes a lot more sense. It definitely screams something that Joel would do in order to protect Ellie and protect himself, because he knows if that secret got out, people would look at him differently. I mean, people already kind of probably do fear him to a degree, considering his reputation. And I'm sure that they've heard stories about Tommy and Joel and the things that they did to survive in the early days. And I'm really hoping we do get to visit that at some point, because I know that Neil Druckmann is not really being forthcoming with any kind of Last of Us Part 3 or anything regarding the future of the game. But that's really something I hope that they possibly visit. But it, only time will tell, unfortunately. And it doesn't seem like he's really being that positive about the concept of it. But there's just conflicting stories as far as that's concerned. But nonetheless, I find this to be a very interesting theory. But anyways, I will leave a link for the article in the description so you can check it out for yourself. But it is definitely an interesting way to think about it and an interesting theory all around, because it definitely makes sense. But anyways, I hope that does it for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed my thoughts and theories, or I guess Screen Rant's thoughts and theories, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing, come back for more content just like this, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.